Today we're going to be going over the Halo 3 ODST campaign from front to back. And if you're not familiar with Halo, it's alright. This isn't really a main entry into the storyline. This is kind of a separate piece. But we're going to be breaking it down, going through it, and hopefully you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. The game starts off by introducing you to your squad: Romeo, Mickey, Dutch, and Buck, your gunnery sergeant squad leader. Tagging along with your squad is a captain named Dare. She is talking to Buck about your squad, asking if they are good at listening to orders, because she has an alternate plan to the mission which isn't disclosed to the other members of the squad except for Buck. It is also clear that the two have a romantical past. Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
The way you feel,
One kiss is all it takes.
falling in love with me.
The original plan is to drop onto an enemy Covenant ship, and it's pretty obvious that the new plan isn't briefed to the other squad members aside from Buck, because Romeo picks up a shotgun and is like, I'm gonna be doing some close quarters combat, and Buck is like, fuck that shit, you get a sniper rifle, and Romeo's like, what are you talking about? So it's kind of obvious that they don't know about the new plan.
What the hell am I supposed to do with this inside a Covenant ship?
You're then introduced to the person you're going to be playing as through the rest of the campaign, the Rookie.
Wake up, Buttercup.
We're way off course. We're heading exactly where I need to go. But we're gonna miss the carrier. It's it! EMP, losing power! Right. They popped their chutes! We're going in hard!
You wake up in your pod and you're greeted with your first little bit of tutorials. Immediately, it is evident that ODST is not like other Halo games. Instead of a shield regenerating when you have low health, you have to rely on medkits scattered throughout the world, forcing the player to think about their engagement in a more unique way. You're also introduced to the basically night vision aspect of your helmet that highlights enemies, med stations, and important objects. You wander aimlessly for a while, searching for any clues to where your squad might be, simultaneously taking in the destroyed city with no inhabitants, except for enemy forces. The empty feeling of what once was a busy city is nailed on the head in this game. Coupled with the more tactful combat, drives home that feeling that you're alone in the city. Just you and your mission to find clues leading to your squad. You are given access to a map, which is very useful and also makes this more of a standout Halo title than the others. You can also press up or down on the D-pad, which gives you assistance in game, which is very useful for when you feel like you're a little lost and don't know where to go. After more meandering around, you come across a building that has an apparent past in it. Dead bodies of friend and foe alike litter the hallways. You then come across your first clue, the helmet of Dor, the captain that was tagging along with your squad at the beginning of the game.
You gonna tell us her name, Gunny?
Ms. Naval Intelligence. Our new boss. So check your mouths, find your chairs, and get set for a combat drop.
Your first clue lands you in Buck's shoes immediately after the drop. Dare comes over the radio to tell Buck that she's hit the ground pretty hard and her hatch won't open and she needs help.
Works great.
Right. When you get done fooling around, I could use some help.
As you make your way over to Dare's location, you're fighting through Covenant, and I really appreciate the change of pace here from the desolate city to a more busy city. You can even come across some Marines still in the fight, and they can assist you, even though they kind of die fast and don't really do shit. But I'm playing on heroic difficulty, which makes ammo feel a lot more sparse because enemies take a little bit more punch to kill. You really just have to channel your inner gamer and hit those headshots. This ends up with you having to pick up enemy weapons and utilize them to your advantage, even if it gives you just that small amount of ammo. I ended up using plasma pistols, needlers, anything I could really get my hands on due to the amount of ammo I was running out of. You eventually make it to Dare's pod, and boy are these guys putting up a good fight. You get to her pod and open it up and it's empty. And a wild squid appears trying to suck your nut.
Nuts. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
You get saved by Romeo, fortunately, who is carrying the sniper rifle that Buck handed him at the beginning of the game. The creature explodes, sending the helmet that it was carrying through the window. That helmet being Dare's helmet, the one that you found as a clue earlier as the rookie. Once the two link up, Buck asks Romeo if he's heard from any of the other squad members, and Romeo responds no. They begin moving on throughout the city, trying to find the other squad members in order to evacuate the city altogether.
Doesn't matter. All I care about now is getting my men out of this city. Even you.
Once you figure out where the clue came from, you're then transported back into the rookie's shoes. And let me tell you, you get blessed with this game's soundtrack. It is so good that 12 million other people decided to listen to it for 8 hours straight with rain noises in the background. And it's worth every minute of it. And as much as I'd like to make my own 8-hour-long video of this music just playing in the background because it's so fucking good, I have to get on with this review. But let me tell you, this music in this game just really brings out that inner child in you where you can just get really lost into this game and the feeling of being so alone yet so engaged in something. And it really just takes it to that next level. And the next clue you find lands you in the shoes of Dutch.
You're from Mickey, Dutch?
Negative.
We need to get above this crap. Link with the B-net. One of our drones must have seen where they hit.
When you're playing as Dutch, your first mission that you have to do as him is lead a warthog assault onto a beachhead. And let me tell you, this shit was hard. I am playing the game on heroic because all Halo games are designed around the difficulty of heroic. But damn.
Watch that chopper! Hit it head on and drive!
And let me tell you, if you die in this game, the checkpoints are very unforgiving. They're fair, but they are very piss off worthiness. I don't know. They're aggravating is what they are. They get a little aggravating after you get stuck in a section. Anyway, as Buck, you get a new mission to link up with the colonel and help him out. And do some bullshit or something. I don't remember.
Trooper, you're almost at 2nd Platoon's location. Give them a hand and push to the primary objective.
What is the objective, Colonel?
You know the Covenant carrier that slipped away from the city? We need to secure its old LZ. Snatch a Tier 1 asset.
So after some more fighting, dying, and running over enemies, you eventually make it to the point where you can just figure out that you can actually just run past all the enemies, which is what I ended up doing, and get blessed with a new cutscene. It's kind of cheesy, but you gotta love Halo for Halo, I guess.
Lord, I didn't train to be a pilot. Tell me I don't have any more flying to do today. So, was that a yes or a no?
After that cutscene, you get transported back into the rookie's shoes and get blessed with yet another little symphony. And I would like to dive deeper into the roaming around the city and just kind of getting the general vibes and stuff, but you just kind of have to play the game for yourself to kind of experience that. A video really doesn't do it justice, so we're going to move right on into the next little piece of evidence you find.
Where's the rest of your team, Trooper?
Scattered, dead, I don't know.
That's too bad. We're gonna need all the men we can get.
Hey, where's the fight at?
Take a guess, genius.
Son of a gun!
Want to live? Get your ass out of the street!
Wait for me!
For this section, you play as Mickey, and it is a super nice change of pace due to the fact that you can drive a tank, and it feels like a great power trip compared to what you've been doing for the past couple hours playing the game. And you get to pick up some Marines along the way who will ride on your tank, which is kind of neat. You can take out Banshees, so it's more ground and air assault. They vary it up in a nice way, and even if some of the brutes are kind of dumb. You eventually link back up with Mickey and fight through the streets, getting to the rally point that the Marines had mentioned before. The rally point being a building, and you have to just do a little bit of defense in this section, and I will say it is kind of hard. But once you take out the Wraith, it is so much easier. But once you clear all the enemies from the section, you get greeted with another cutscene, and the story continues.
You heard from Gunny?
No. Romeo neither.
Well, guess it's just you and me.
My vote, hole up, wait for backup.
Thank God! Does one of you know how to use explosives?
Your vote just got overruled.
Oh.
And is it just me, or is this fucking song does it sound like something you find in that game Pocket Tanks? I don't know if anybody actually remembers that game, but me and my stepbrother and my cousins would play it on our little desktop computer a while back. I don't know why it's so funny to me, but if you remember that game, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, you do some more fighting, and you eventually come across this Eventually you come across this really cool set piece, which is, I don't know, it just seems like it adds a lot of depth to the level. Anyway, you come across your next piece of evidence, and you're transported back into the shoes of Dutch again, and he's trying to blow up this bridge so the Covenant can't get across and destroy the building. So yeah.
Stand by to discuss trajectory. On my mark.
We're way off course.
We're heading exactly where I need to go.
Hurry up. Look, you want to do this? Be my guest. But this ain't a job you want to rush.
That do it?
Signal's good. Arm the other detonators and pull back to me.
Come on, tough guy. We got to blow this bridge. Dutch, arm the other charges.
What about those raids?
Forget about them. We got explosives to set. Arm the charges.
So you go around setting like 3 charges, I think, and then you go up into the watchtower, detonate them, and it's pretty cool, I guess, because you get to see all these Covenant get blown up. But it doesn't really matter because they got past your defenses and you have to fall back anyway.
About damn time! Do it, Trooper!
Bridge toll accepted. Have a pleasant trip.
Yeah! That's the way! Cops aren't gonna last long against brutes.
No!
You fall back and get into the building that has been the rally point for this mission, and you're told that instead of defending the building, you're actually going to blow it up.
Yeah, what gives? I thought we were supposed to protect this building.
I have orders to deny enemy access to all classified data housed in this facility. You don't like it, jump your butts back into orbit.
For this section, you're just defending the area, waiting for your evac to come through, and it's always fun when you get a turret in the Halo, you can just kind of rain down some vengeance. You're just waiting on your evac, and you eventually get an elevator ride up, and then you hitch a ride out of there.
There's our ride! Go, go!
Hey, you fellas know a gunnery Sergeant Buck?
Sure do.
Patching him through.
Glad you boys are safe and sound.
Well, likewise, Gunny. You need a pickup?
As long as you're offering. We're in the police HQ.
Can you take us there?
Affirmative.
All right. Get you up top.
What?
This day ain't turning out so bad after all.
And you know the drill from here. You go to your next clue, and then you get your next mission. I decided to stop by this body and test out the body physics and see if they were still intact. They are. I ended up hitching a ride from this ghost, borrowing a vehicle from this brute, which made it so much easier to locate from point A to point B, and I think I stuck with that vehicle for the rest of the game. You get to your next clue, and it's a sniper rifle. Guess whose? I don't know. We're gonna find out.
We're in the police HQ.
Can you take us there?
Affirmative.
All right. Get you up top.
Clear?
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, rookie, you out there? Respond, that's an order.
Give it up, Gunny. Even if he ain't dead, he's lost in that soup. Our comms can't cut through that.
Oh, give up, huh? What if it were you down there?
Just saying. I ain't dead.
You're a piece of work, Romeo.
Welcome aboard, ladies. First stop, anywhere but here.
Banshees, on your 6! Hit the deck!
We're losing her! Watch out!
Ah! Mickey, Dutch! Status! Alive or dead, we're pulling them out. You hear me? Make some noise. I got your back.
For this section, you are just linking back up with Mickey and Dutch's Pelican, which is the one that you just saw in the cutscene. You cross a crane to get over to them, and then you're just in this section where you're pretty much just spamming these lock-on rockets. That's pretty much the whole mission, honestly. You just link up with them, mount this little turret, and then you just spam rockets the whole time. Which, I mean, I guess it is kind of fun. It's not like it's boring. It's just like there's nothing to really talk about for this mission in particular. And once you get done doing that, you get another little cutscene.
Scatter! Get this thing off of me. How bad?
Not good.
We're gonna get you out of here. Not by air, we're not.
That's all right. I know another way.
And in favor of keeping this video a little bit shorter, I'm just going to go ahead and skip to the next clue because y'all already know the drill. You get your clue, you get your cutscene, and your cutscene is Romeo fucking choking to death. So they stick a little dongle into him and penetrate him and fix him up. So now they have the objective of trying to get out of the city, but they don't have any air or way to get out of the city. So in order to do that, Buck infers that they should steal one of the enemy ships.
Wait here. We're gonna steal that ride. It's landing. Now's our chance. Mickey, you're with me.
So you go over with Mickey, and Mickey takes control of the ship, and he kills the captain, and then he picks up your squad, and then you get a new mission to assist them getting out of the city by guarding them with this Banshee and then eliminating enemies along the way. And the highlight of this is definitely being able to get into this little boss fight basically with this Scraber. And it's always a neat addition to the game when you're able to do stuff like this. But after that, you just destroy a little enemy nest, and then you're granted with the freedom of being able to leave the city. But as soon as you're about to leave and escape the city, Buck is like, nah, fuck that shit, because we got to go back for Dare, and I know where to find her. And yeah, that's pretty much it. They say, find a safe place to touch down this aircraft, and then you get transported back into the rookie shoes. You find the next clue. Actually, I remember now. You don't find the next fucking clue. Dare comes over the radio and was like, help me.
Can anyone hear me? This is Captain Veronica Dare. My beacon is active. Need immediate assistance. Someone, please respond.
So you go and find her by her beacon that she just activated, which is like, why the fuck wouldn't you activate that earlier? You could have saved a lot of time. So you figure out it's underground, like underneath the city. You slide down a rope, all badass like.
low on ammo. If you can hear me, I'm on sub-level 9. News station.
So in typical video game fashion, you fight through some baddies, you eventually make your way to her, and she tells you why she's been down there the whole time.
It's you. Down there? That's the superintendent, the AI that runs every system in the city. My mission, our mission, is to secure the superintendent's data.
So now you're fighting alongside Dare to get to the superintendent to secure its data, and boy is she cool. It is nice to have another ally as the rookie.
Watch it!
So you eventually make it to the superintendent AI like mainframe, and you come across one of the little squids that was trying to suck your nut earlier. And I guess Dare is actually friends with it and tells you not to shoot. And it's like a friendly, and apparently it's like super smart, and it has a lot of information about the enemy covenant and like what their plans are and shit like that. So you have to like assist it out of the facility.
I spotted this one in the tunnels. Watched it access comm lines, security cameras, traffic controls, you name it. Eventually it holed up here. Everything we want to know about the Covenant. What they're looking for in the city is right.
Anyway, Buck comes through and is like, hey, I'm ready to help. And he like just magically appears at your location, which I'm assuming that he followed the beacon that Dare waited so fucking long to activate. And you have to assist this squid or whatever out of the facility. And let me tell you, this motherfucker moves slow.
The engineer's dead. Damn! We need to move.
After more of this guarding the squid action, you eventually get out onto the streets, and Buck is like, hey, I got a phantom. We're gonna ride it be out of here and be out of city and take all this intel back to the boys at the ship, you know what I'm saying? And they'll do that, and the engineer is like, oh, I got this big ass vehicle to ride in and be safe in, and ends up just like running over vehicles and exploding shit while it's like driving it. So it's kind of like counterintuitive. It just looks funny. You eventually get to a part where you get off the highway and you're just waiting on your team to come pick you up in the Phantom that they hijacked earlier, so you can get out of the city and relay the intel to command. And at this point you're just holding off waves and waves of enemies. It's like the big finale, and it is pretty fun. I will say that, like, the Halo combat is just still so enjoyable, even though it's so simple. But you gotta appreciate the little things. With that, after all the fighting and defeating the enemy waves, your boys come through, pick you up, get you out of the city, you get to relay the information, and you win the war. Just kidding, there's 2 or 3 more games actually, so I guess obviously it didn't really do too much in retrospect. But I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video here and let this end cutscene play out. And I just want to go ahead and take the time to appreciate each and every one of you who sat down and watched me break down this game and listen to me be dumb or whatever. It's much appreciated if you like, subscribe, comment, whatever, show some support, because I do this just for me, and I just like to show my dad what I'm doing. It's really just to give my dad a glimpse into what kind of games I'm playing. But like I said, like, comment, share if you like the video, and have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Easy does it.
We went through hell for that?
Give him some meds, would you? It's important. It knows things.
Heck, Gunny. I wasn't talking about the alien.
Mickey, I'm sending you a very special co-pilot.
Oh, come on! I don't want one of those things in here!
It won't bite, and unlike you, it knows what to tell those cruisers to keep them off our tail.
I think they're too busy to care. Looks like they found what they're looking for.
What about you? What about us?
Win this war? Then ask me that again. Lord Hood may have given you clearance, but it was my op and it's my interrogation. We only captured one. It's very delicate.
Don't worry. I know what the alien's like. It has access to the Covenant BattleNet?
Limited, but yes. We're not entirely sure how it manages a remote connection to the... What?
Whoa, stand down, stand down!
Sergeant Major, please. It's extremely flammable.
The brutes. The bastards who put bombs on your buddies and killed millions of my people. They're digging a mighty big hole. You're gonna tell me exactly what they're looking for, and then you're gonna help me stop them.